Picture this, you're standing at airport security in 2026 watching TSA agents pull bag after bag from the X-ray machine. What you're seeing isn't random. There's a pattern here, and if you don't know what to look for, your electronics could be next. Today I'm breaking down the 10 electronic devices that are getting confiscated more than ever before, and why TSA treats them like ticking time bombs. But first, let me tell you something that might save your next trip. The rules haven't just changed, they've gotten stricter. Way stricter. Airlines are cracking down on battery-powered devices like never before, and one mistake could leave you stranded without your most essential gear. Before we dive in, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell. Trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming next because this information could save you hundreds of dollars and hours of hassle at your next checkpoint. Let's start with the absolute worst offender, the device that gets seized more than any other electronic item in airport history. Portable power banks. Now, you might think tossing that heavy power bank into your checked luggage is the smart move. Wrong. Dead wrong. Here's why that decision could ground your entire flight. Lithium-ion batteries are basically controlled explosions waiting to happen. When they malfunction, they experience something called thermal runaway. That's a fancy way of saying they catch fire and can't be stopped. If your power bank decides to have a meltdown in the cargo hold, there's no fire suppression system down there that can handle it. The result? Emergency landing at best, catastrophic failure at worst. Every single power bank must travel in your carry-on luggage. No exceptions. But here's the catch most people miss. That innocent-looking power bank might be too powerful for air travel. Check the label carefully. If it's rated above 100 watt-hours, TSA will confiscate it immediately. Most standard power banks are fine, but those massive ones designed for laptops often exceed the limit. Moving on to something that catches female travelers off guard every single time, those sleek cordless hair straighteners that run on butane cartridges. TSA absolutely despises these things, and for good reason. That butane cartridge contains pressurized gas, which makes it a hazardous material by aviation standards. You can bring one cordless straightener in your carry-on, but it must have a safety cover protecting the heating element. The real trap comes with spare cartridges. Pack even one extra butane refill and security will confiscate everything. No warnings, no exceptions, no getting it back. If this is already making you rethink what's in your bag, wait until you see what gets people stopped at international checkpoints. Here's something that trips up older travelers constantly: heated vests and jackets. These seem perfect for cold flights, right? The vest itself is harmless fabric, but hidden inside is a lithium battery pack that many people forget about completely. I've seen countless passengers fold up their heated vest and check it, completely forgetting there's a battery zipped into an interior pocket. You can absolutely check the vest, but you must remove the battery pack first and carry it with you in the cabin. If you leave it connected and TSA finds it during baggage screening, they'll confiscate the entire vest. Smart luggage is another category that's causing major headaches in 2026. If you bought a suitcase with built-in charging ports or GPS tracking, you need to pay close attention. Airlines have gotten extremely strict about non-removable batteries. If that battery doesn't pop out easily with one finger, your expensive smart suitcase isn't flying anywhere. And the real nightmare scenario happens when you're forced to gate check your carry-on due to full overhead bins. You have maybe 30 seconds to remove that battery before handing your bag to the gate agent. If it's permanently built in or stuck, your bag stays behind while you board the plane. Electronic hand warmers are exploding in popularity, especially among people with arthritis or circulation problems. But unlike those old-school shake-to-activate packets, the electric versions contain high-density lithium batteries. TSA treats these exactly like smartphones. They must travel in your carry-on, never in checked luggage. Now we're entering the medical device category. Even if you don't use medical equipment, these are the rules TSA uses to judge all battery-powered devices. Medical devices create some of the most complex battery rules in air travel. Your CPAP machine obviously goes in your carry-on because it's expensive and essential. But what about that spare battery you need for the long flight? Medical device batteries often exceed normal size limits, but you're still allowed to bring them with special precautions. They must stay in your carry-on and be protected from short-circuiting. Use electrical tape over the battery terminals or keep them in their original packaging. A loose medical battery bouncing around your carry-on is a fire hazard waiting to happen. Hearing aids present a tricky situation that catches many travelers off guard. If you use traditional zinc air batteries with those little sticker tabs, you can pack those anywhere. But the new rechargeable hearing aid systems have lithium batteries built into the charging case itself. Your hearing aids stay in your ears, obviously, but that charging case must go in your carry-on, not your checked luggage. TSA has specifically flagged these because people assume they're just plastic cases when they're actually powered devices. Portable oxygen concentrators fall under the most critical medical device rules. You absolutely cannot check a battery-powered POC. The pressure changes in the cargo hold can damage the device, and more importantly, the lithium batteries pose a fire risk. Bring it on board and ensure you have enough battery life for 150% of your flight duration. Airlines require that buffer in case of delays or diversions. Mobility devices like electric scooters and wheelchairs involve the most complex rules in all of travel. You can't just fold up your collapsible electric scooter and hand it to baggage handlers. In most cases, you need to disconnect the battery and bring it into the cabin with you. The frame goes underneath, but the power source stays with you. This requires coordination with your airline at least 48 hours in advance. Different airlines have different procedures, and some devices aren't approved for air travel at all. Nebulizers create confusion because there are two completely different types. Those big plug-in tabletop models for home use can go in checked bags because they don't have internal batteries. But portable handheld nebulizers with built-in rechargeable batteries must travel in your carry-on only. Now here's something that has nothing to do with fire safety but everything to do with panic. Electric toothbrushes and shavers that turn on accidentally inside checked bags. When these devices start vibrating inside your suitcase, baggage handlers hear the buzzing and assume it's an improvised explosive device. They'll rip your bag apart looking for the source of the noise. Use the travel lock if your device has one, or tape down the power button. Even better, pack these items in your carry-on where you can easily demonstrate what they are if they accidentally activate. Tablets and e-readers might seem harmless, but they have large flat batteries that can be easily punctured if heavy luggage lands on top of them. A punctured lithium battery means fire, and unlike your carry-on, there's no one in the cargo hold to deal with an emergency. All screens and tablets should travel in your cabin baggage where they're protected from crushing and theft. Here's some good news in all this chaos. Those Apple AirTags and similar tracking devices that you've heard conflicting stories about, they're completely legal in checked luggage. The lithium battery in an AirTag contains only 0.3 of a gram of lithium metal, which is well below the danger threshold. You can absolutely use them to track your checked bags. Finally, let's talk about laptops. Sometimes you have no choice but to check your laptop because your carry-on is stuffed full. If you absolutely must do this, never check it in sleep mode or hibernation. A laptop can wake up inside your checked bag, start generating heat, and potentially ignite surrounding clothing or papers. If you must check a laptop, power it down completely. Not sleep, not hibernate, completely off. This is non-negotiable for safety reasons. But here's what really gets travelers in trouble. It's not just about following the rules, it's about understanding why these rules exist. Every single restriction I've mentioned comes from real incidents where devices caused fires, emergency landings, or worse. Check TSA's website before you travel because these rules are constantly evolving. New devices hit the market every month, and safety regulations adapt accordingly. What was allowed last year might be banned today. Most importantly, when in doubt, ask. TSA agents would much rather answer a quick question at the checkpoint than deal with a confiscated device and an angry passenger. A 30-second conversation can save you hundreds of dollars and hours of frustration. The future of air travel is only getting more complex as our devices become more powerful and our batteries become more energy dense. The rules you learn today will probably change again by next year. Stay informed, stay flexible, and always prioritize safety over convenience. Your next flight doesn't have to turn into a nightmare of confiscated electronics and missed connections. With the right knowledge and preparation, you can breeze through security while other passengers are learning these lessons the hard way. Remember, every device I've mentioned today serves an important purpose in your life. The goal isn't to leave everything at home, it's to pack smart and travel within the rules that keep everyone safe at 35,000 feet. If you travel more than once or twice a year, this is the kind of stuff that quietly saves you money. Next, watch this video where I break down the biggest TSA myths that still get travelers in trouble.